it's Mandy. We're back again for another optical related video. It's gonna be a good time. I am a licensed optician in the state of Florida, so this is a topic I do know a good bit about, if I do say so myself. So today we're gonna talk about your experience going to the eye doctor, seeing your optician, and how to be a perfect patient. Because who doesn't want to be a perfect patient? You don't? Why? Why you want to be a jerk? Be nice. Let's go over some ways to make the whole experience better for you, better for the greater good of everybody. Because clearly, you all haven't gotten the memo. So here's your memo. Let's get started. So you're calling, you want to make an eye appointment. What you should always make sure you do, because we're going to ask, is what is your vision insurance? If you're going to a practice that has medical doctors, ophthalmologists, things like that, you may even want to have your major medical card handy. Just make sure you have them both handy. If you weren't given a card, call your HR department or whoever you're getting your insurance through, find out who your vision care benefits are from, and then that way, when we ask you, you're prepared. It totally just makes the process so much easier. Another little helpful advice is make sure you know who the policyholder is if it's not yourself, and the information about the policyholder. So say if you're a dependent child and your dad is the policyholder, make sure you know your dad's date of birth, last for the social. Usually we can get there from there, and it makes you a good patient. You've set up your appointment, you're all set. It's always good if you're able to do the paperwork ahead of time, say if it's online, whatever the deal may be, it's always good to do that. If for whatever reason the practice you go to does not have the paperwork ahead of time, be sure to come to your appointment 15 minutes before your appointment. I feel like that's an obvious thing, but you'd be surprised how few people do it. If you're somebody who is, not so good with paperwork, or for some crazy reason it takes you like 40 minutes to fill out paperwork, it happens a lot. If you know you're one of those people, come in 40 minutes early or something. The 15-minute rule is what I would say the average person takes to do their paperwork. If you are somebody that it takes longer to do so, plan accordingly. You want to be done with your paperwork before your appointment time. So I'm not going to get overly into the exam process and how to be a saint during the exam process. Pretty much just follow the instructions and know the puffer is not going to hurt you. Any good technician is going to make the puffer experience super fast, super breezy, as long as you follow the instructions. The less you move, the bigger your eyes are, the quicker we can get it done. Trust me, nobody likes doing it. We don't want to do it to you either, but it's got to get done. But really, this video is going to be about how to make your optician happy. So you've gone through the exam portion, you're coming out, it's time to pick out glasses. The best part, if I do say so myself. So here's how to be a perfect patient when trying on, picking out. Communicate with your optician. I think my personal biggest pet peeve is if you come to me, you're ready to pick out glasses, and you tell me you want a solid black plastic Wayfarer Ray-Ban look. Geek chic, Clark Kent, that vibe. That's what you want. That's what you're telling me you want. Then I hand you the perfect pair of Wayfarer black thick frames, and you tell me that's too dark. Okay. And then you go to the board and you're picking out bright pink, round metal frames with nose pads. That's not thick black plastic. So what is it that you actually want? Again, if you don't know what you want, that's fine. Just tell me. But just don't say you want X frame and then try on a bunch of Y frames, and then every time I hand you a black, you look at me like I'm crazy. So communicate what it is you want. If you don't know what you want, just communicate that you don't know what you want. That actually helps the optician a lot. Even the fact that you don't know what you want, or you're a self-proclaimed, I take forever to try on glasses, we can help you. but you just got to communicate with us. If you have no clue what you want, a good optician is going to hand you 5 or 6 very different style pair of glasses, and a good one is going to say, hey, we're going to try a bunch of crazy stuff. You let me know what you like and what you don't like, and that's going to help me as the optician narrow down what it is you want or what works best for your face. A good optician's not going to hand you anything that's not going to work with your face shape either. So the whole, oh, my face is very round, we know, we saw. We've also already, overanalyzed your nose and analyzed the way your eyes look and your prescription. We've thought of all those things already. Don't worry, that's what makes us the professionals. We gotcha. And another helpful thing that is going to make the whole experience better, if you're a first-time progressive wearer, please let us know. That's going to help us help you decide what lens is going to be best for you. Also, just kind of knowing ahead of time, a lot of us opticians, when you go from a single vision prescription to a progressive prescription, and especially if you don't have vision insurance, I personally am just as scared to tell you the price as you are to hear the price. It's a big difference in prescription prices when it goes from single vision to progressive. Just know that going in. If that's a concern that you have is the pricing, again, communicate with us that that is a concern of yours, and we can kind of take it from there. A lot of times with a first-time progressive wearer, depending on what your prescription is like, you're going to want to invest a good bit of money into your progressive lens. Nothing is worse than a first-time progressive wearer that has a hella big prescription and a crappy progressive lens. You're going to have more problems than it's worth, and you may just give up on progressives forever. As of right now, the best way to get distance, intermediate, and near in one pair of glasses is a progressive lens. You don't want to skimp out on your progressive lens on your first time, unless of course you have an easy prescription. It's just not worth it. I personally tell all my family members, when you get close to that 40 age range and all this starts getting difficult, get vision insurance. It's going to help the cost of your progressive lens a ton. Totally worth it. So you've gone through the process, you've picked out the glasses, you've picked out your lenses, 10, 14 days have gone by, you're picking up your glasses. Some ways to kind of just help not make us go crazy. If you're a first-time progressive wearer, plan to kind of hang out with us for like 10, 15 minutes. We're gonna go over all the things, have you take a little walk around, make sure you know what to expect. Probably do a whole nother video on first-time progressive wearers, what to expect. We'll do a different video on that. Another thing that personally drives me nuts is picking up your glasses for the first time, and I can't do it, but when you're, changing eyes, looking out of one eye at a time, and then you go and tell me that I see better out of this eye than I do this eye. Very normal. Nothing is worse than when I have to ask, well, how is it when you look through both eyes, with both eyes open? Because your refraction is done with both eyes open. Unless there's a medical something going on to where you actually don't have vision in one of your eyes, yeah, use both eyes. When you're judging how the world looks. 2 eyes, every time. If you have any questions about how to clean your glasses or how to take care of them, ask your optician. That's what we're here for. A big helpful thing is if you have a pair of glasses that have adjustable nose pads to them, get them changed out every 3, 4, 5, 6 months. If it starts getting green, bring them in. We would rather clean them, change them out before you have gunked up the entire thing and now I have to use an ultrasonic cleaner to clean it out. I'd rather you come in, 3, 4 times a year to have your nose pads changed out than you making it a chiseled job for me to do. So just bring them in. We'll take care of it for you. Another helpful thing is if your glasses are broken and a screw has gone rogue, don't super glue anything. Just put them in a little baggie, bring them to your local optician. We can fix it most of the time. It's better to let us be the determination of whether super glue is the only option than you taking it upon yourself and then me trying to get the super glue off beforehand. Same rule kind of applies with duct tape and things of that nature. Let us decide if that's going to be your best bet, because we actually have optical grade things to keep it together. You know, let us decide that before we have to go take all of that off, find out it's a bad choice, you know, like, we can't fix this. And then we ruin your really good tape job. Let us decide, let us do the tape job for you, if that's the only option. Hopefully it's not. Something else that just personally bothers me, this is a very negative video. And it makes me sound selfish. I'm sorry. If you don't like the video, just turn away. Another little thing that just kind of irks my teeth earring, when you come in and you have your little Ziploc baggie, we know something's probably broken. It's just a universal sign. Your glasses are in a Ziploc bag, something's wrong. But what makes me nuts is I don't have to hear the 10-hour conversation of how it happened and what you think needs to be done. And, you know, I appreciate the thought and the effort of trying to help me out, but this is my job. I've got it. Just give me your glasses. Give me the bag. Give me the bag. Because once I see it, I'm gonna know what's wrong. We don't have to hear about how they just jumped out of your case like that and, you know, this has never happened before and I've had the glasses for so long. I can look at the pair of glasses. I can get pretty close of a guess as to how old they are based on the lenses and the way the plastic looks. I can get a safe idea. I know. We don't have to talk about it. Just let me fix it. You know, especially if you see like a bunch of people everywhere and it looks like chaos. Because it probably is chaos because yay, opticals. Short staff, gotta love it. But yeah, we don't have to talk about that. We can talk about something else while I'm fixing it. I'm all for chitty chattiness. God, that's why I'm an optician. I basically am a glorified talker. I kind of feel like that's what my job as an optician is once in a while we do some science and we do some smart stuff and, you know, but basically I get paid to talk to people all day long. So I don't necessarily want to hear the stories about how it happened. Just let me fix it. Now, if you notice that there's like nobody in the office, it's probably okay to tell me the story. But honestly, after like 10 years in the business, I've heard the story every time. You know, if you run into your sliding glass door, I mean, that happens a lot. But yeah, something really cool happened, like your monkey took your glasses, ripped them in half. I want to hear about that, for sure. That's pretty cool. But odds are that's not what happened to the glasses, and I probably don't want to hear about it. I'm sorry. Love you. Sure. So that's kind of just a short video of my negative Nancy feelings about how to not drive me crazy, you know, or your optician. It's not all about me specifically. It's about your opticians in general. You know, not to sound selfish. It's not about me. It's about all of us. How to not make us all crazy. Because we work in a retail environment, we're already losing our minds. I don't want to become an alcoholic by the time I'm 50. You know, dealing with people all day. But on a happier note, thank you for hanging out with me, listening to my rant. Hopefully it has brought you enjoyment and hopefully you've learned something to just not be an asshat. We don't like asshats. But if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe, hit that button. And if you want to do something that's not optically related, I stream on Twitch, description down below. And hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully next time you have your eyeglass experience, you will be a perfect patient. Have a good one, guys. See ya.